And Toms, it seems as if, according to your 16 by 9 video, you appear to be obsessed by a number of things. Number one, the fact that Mr. Rock is making a successful go of it with the farm. I will tell you that the 11 times that I have visited David's farm and have been there, I have not once observed any type of impropriety involving children. There were several visits to the farm with families where their children were with them, and to the best that I can tell, the parents remained with the children through the entire visit. Now, let's get to the fact about David supporting your children. David is supporting his eldest and intends to. Did you consider that perhaps because of your attacks, because of all of the mud that you've slung at this man, that he perhaps doesn't support because he doesn't want to put money in your hands? Certainly child support is supposed to be there to support the child. In 7 out of 10 cases in the United States and in Canada, when child support money is placed in the hands of the custodial parent, it is usually 70% spent on the custodial parent's needs and not directly aimed at the child. So David probably doesn't want to support the first child, or the child of Evelyn Van Beest, or yours, because he knows that it would be putting money in your hands. And in the way that you've behaved toward him, you certainly appear to be obsessed with destroying the man. There are many things in everyone's past, and I'm certain there are in your past as well. Perhaps in Miss Van Beest's past. I'm not saying that there are, but there could be. And if someone were to dig into your past, all the way back into your childhood, certainly something would come out unsavory that you would choose not for everyone to know. It is human nature not to run about and display your shortcomings to the world. Mr. Rock has talents, automotive. He has talents that are videography in nature. And he has done his dead level best to make a good living. He has collected large sums of money from his endeavors, and whether or not he has a continued revenue from YouTube is irrelevant. His revenue streams from the farm. You have no right whatsoever to any of that revenue. You have no right to anything that he does at this stage and day to reach out and try and ruin what he's done. Now, you do realize that by doing so, you possibly will open yourself to litigation by Mr. Rock. I'm not saying that that is the case, but certainly there are areas where he has grounds to pursue you and litigate your actions. But I see that he has chosen not to. Does that tell you something? Perhaps this man just wants to move on, away from you, away from Evelyn, away from Joey Wilson and your crowd of homosexual pedophiles. I think the man has tried to move on. I think you've done nothing but pursue him like a fox hunt, trying to ruin him. He's made a mistake. He has admitted to what he has done. Whether it is related to bipolar disease or not remains an issue to be proven. You are not a medical doctor. 2 things I will tell you: that in the past there have been instances where pedophiles have offended, or where someone is offended, become a pedophile, and has never offended again. They have followed recommended routes of treatment, medications, chemical castration, whatever the case. But there have been cases where a person convicted of a sex offense have moved on and never reoffended. So get that fact straight. To say that he is going to reoffend again is ludicrous. No one knows the actions of a human 2 minutes from now. You need to cut back, get your life, and move on. You're obsessed with ruining another human being. that can do no good for either party. What's the most that you can receive? That you've ruined a man financially? That's wonderful. You've ruined your local economy. You've ruined this man's ability to be a decent citizen. Now, if you say that because he's been convicted he can never be a decent citizen again, once again that shows your ignorance. Any person convicted of any crime can turn and make a good person of themselves. Now, whether you believe that or not, I don't care, because I know it to be fact, and you can throw any smug comment you want into the mix. It's true. You obviously, based on your YouTube and other social network comments, obviously spend much of your day doing nothing but defending a position which is ignorant. Just get a life and move on. You know, there are better things in the world for you to be doing. Obviously, you have obsessed yourself with trying to destroy another man. Now, that is typical in a divorce situation where one party wants to ruin the other. But is it wise? No. Does it produce any good for anyone? No. Does it change the world we're in? No. I note also, Anna, where you indicate a list of supposed pedophilia offenders. Why don't I see Joey Wilson's name in that account? Oh, because he's done something to help you before, so you're going to protect him. Fact is proven that this man is a pedophile involved with children. What more does it take? If your organization is so obsessed with chasing down and hammering down pedophiles, why isn't Joey Wilson at least your number 2 target? Now, if you are out to do what your supposed organization says you're out to do, then it would behoove you to address the Joey Wilson issue. Move forward. Find other local pedophiles. If you're truly out to do what you say you are, then publicize, make videos, expose the others. Just putting their name on a list that you find from the court records in the daily newspaper, maybe one person in every 500,000 might look at your list. Do you post that list in public? Do you go to other social networks and post that list? And again, why isn't Joey Wilson in the list? Well, these are things I think you need to think about. Because, Anna, the way it looks here is that you're just obsessed with destroying David Rock. Now, David Rock could easily have spent every cent that he's earned to ruin you. He's not doing it. He's moving on, or attempting to, in a rural area, away from any town or city. And he has the right to do what he wishes to do on his land. Now, again, addressing your issue, myself and many others who have been there numerous times have yet to see any impropriety take place on that property that involves children, molestation, child abuse, child molestation, rape, murder, etc. So given that, unless you can put up, shut up. And when I mean put up proof, physical proof and evidence, not just what somebody said, but proof and evidence. Put up, Anna, or shut up. It's the bottom line. Do it or don't. Now, there are many YouTubers out here who look at this and frankly, Anna, all they see is a bitter ex. And you're going on to even enhance that proof. I didn't get any